Install
Council will start.
Maturity of them.
We have Ryan Phelps here from New Heights Christian Church to offer a benediction, or a invocation. Well, one, I'm looking too forward to the end of the meeting.
Pray with me. Lord, we thank you for this evening, and thank you for those who are here tonight because they love this city and this county, but more than anything, we know that you love this city, this county, the people of the city and county way more than we ever would. And so we pray your blessing on this meeting tonight. Those who are here representing their different districts and this county as a whole, Lord, that you would help guide them in their decisions, in their conversation. The decisions they make would be yours. Again, just pray your blessing on their lives as individuals, not just as council members. But Lord, continue to be with this city and this county. Lord, that you would place your hand of blessing on us, and that we in return would bless you. So we thank you for this evening. Guide, direct, give insight, give wisdom, and give grace and mercy where needed. It's in Jesus' name we pray these things. Amen.
Thank you. You can rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If you'd please silence your phones or any electronic devices that you have. As a reminder, we do have a meeting following this at 6:30, so we do have a hard stop, so we need to expedite as quickly as possible, but not rush through things. We have the minutes from our September 3rd regular meeting and our September 7th regular meeting. Has everybody had a chance to review them? And if so, are there any additions, corrections that need to be made? If not, a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do you have a second? A motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor of approving these minutes from September 3rd and September 17th, please do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes that, motion carries. I'll send these down for signatures, please. Is there any mail that anybody would like to share with the rest of the council that they received? County Attorney.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Committee reports. John, I think you wanted a couple minutes.
Yeah, I wanted a couple minutes. When the Wage and Salary Committee first met, I can't remember how long ago it was even before we had the budget and stuff and started, because we knew there was going to be some raises and stuff coming up, a significant amount for the employees of Fayette County. One of the things that three of the committee was Kayla and Kathy and myself, and we had heard, well, we felt that with the amount of raises that we were getting, we felt that the accountability on the part of the employees has probably raised a little bit as far as showing up on time, due diligent in their work and stuff. Not saying that most of them don't, but the current system, from what I've seen, Amanda showed me what she gets from for the courthouse employees, which is basically an old government form. It looks like everything's written out on who's worked how many hours. Not fully understandable on how the highway turns in their time. If they've got a time clock down there, if somebody comes in to replace a stop sign in the middle of the night, if they clock in down there, it's just a note board or a time card they show in. And then the sheriff's department's kind of the third entity on this, because they're a mix of having people that don't come in to start their shift or in their shift. A lot of times they're on the road, and then the crew at the jail clocking in and out. I don't know, again, on whether they've got a physical clock, whether they're to clock in and out, or how they do their time. But in our discussions, we felt and would like to ask, or recommended the commissioners that they might want to ask either Michael and IT or themselves, or put out a request for proposals to come up with a time clock system for the county entities that we've got. We also felt that in today's technology, a simple addition rather than login, password, and all this would be to have a fingerprint recognition module at the clock-in station, so it will recognize you, and you should be able to have an option on clocking in, on clocking out, and taking lunch, to make it real quick. Locations of these, we really didn't discuss, because you may want to go central, like here in the courthouse, one or two at the normal entrances. You may want to go one in the office that they actually work in. From my experience in business, I had an owner's son that was always there right on time at 8 o'clock, but he spent the first 25 minutes in the restroom. So, not that there's anything wrong with that, if you have to. But we'd like to recommend that maybe we should look into that. And, we don't know, I don't know what format we would have to hopefully have something that will load or talk to our accounting system here at the courthouse. It could probably be a standalone system, even, as long as a lot of systems will take downloadable Excel files to load payrolls, or that was the case. But anyway, to get a system where we'd all have accountability digitally on who was where and when, as well as just so employees know they have to be in on time. And I realize there are those people that I married one 47 years ago that can't be on time for anything. So even when she was working, so I realize there's other people, but it may push them in the right direction a little bit if it need be. So that was a suggestion we wanted to make to the commissioners. If they would like to discuss it at one of the meetings, I'd be willing to come to it. I could even help part-time, at least trying to learn the systems on maybe what we need and stuff. But that was the only comment we really had that we felt was worth looking into.
Of course, it addresses your hourly people, but it doesn't address your salary people, because salary people don't need to clock in.
Well, in the work environment, they didn't have to, that I worked at. And I don't know what kind of system you've got for people to get paid overtime and stuff. If they're all hourly and salary, don't get any overtime, or that's a lot of unknowns that I don't know. But
I mean, it's one of the perks of salary was you always got,
right.
a steady paycheck, but the disadvantage was that they based it on like whatever 45-hour week. You never worked a 45-hour week. You worked a 50 or 60-hour week, but
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
So okay.
And I don't know whether the majority are salary paid or hourly paid.
I just asked Jane, and she thought it was about half.
Yeah.
I mean, just quickly guessing, she thought it was about half for salary.
Okay. So it may not be, the expense for that number of employees may not be.
And some of the
very
problems I
much.
see is like with your highway department, going out, for doing snow or something like that, and if you said, log in via computer, well, we have spotty internet throughout the county, Wi-Fi, whatever, so that may be problematic. Some people aren't computer savvy, and so that creates a problem, so, I don't know. I get where he's trying to go with it, so I guess what he's just asking is if there's some way we can monitor time so that people aren't taking advantage of.
Well, Mike, I can tell you that timekeeping systems have been looked at before, and technology in recent years has advanced to the point where there are systems now, I think, that would do at least part of the work for the auditor's office, especially the payroll clerk. I can't tell you how expensive those systems are right now, but it is certainly something worth looking at. It may possibly eliminate a lot of paperwork for the auditor's office. The highway department already uses a time clock system.
Cart system.
Yes. So, and I've heard no complaints about that. But You know, it's,
I'd assume the jail probably has to have something like that too for,
I really can't tell you for sure how they keep track of all the miles over there.
I think some of the systems aren't too bad though. Kayla's actually one brought this up because they use it on their dairy farm for their health, not the cows. And then they use a fingerprint system, so he said they're pretty reasonable now, you know. Like you said, technology.
It might be the number of people might make the cost increase too. I
Right.
don't know into that.
So about half of the, well, if you take out the highway department where the jail is, so it may not be, but, you know, half the people here at the courthouse, I don't know. We thought it was worth looking into, and maybe if we have more statistics, if the jail and the highway's already doing a card system, so you know exactly when people are getting there and in and out, and they're turning those into Amanda, I don't know, or whether just emailed to her, or, you know, maybe just a limited scope, but we thought it was worth looking into with the increases we were given.
Sure, I understand, you make a good point. And like I said, there is different types of systems. And we had one that actually helped eliminate paperwork. That would certainly be an advantage.
Yeah. Okay, that's all we have to bring up. Like I said, I'd be willing to help if you ever get down to it, or if you guys want to discuss it, go from there.
Sure.
And Mike may have a lot of, he's been through it before, and I don't know, he would know the systems. I think Jane told me they're on an Odyssey system. Is that what you said, Jane? Is it called Odyssey or?
No, loud.
Oh, wow, okay. Where'd they get Odyssey at? But anyway, that was all we had to bring up, and I told Mike I'd like to at least bring it up, that we suggested looking into it. That's all I got.
Thank you. Commissioner representative, anything for us?
Do you want me, I don't have a copy.
You want to wait until you get to your part?
Yeah.
Okay. Dan?
Good evening, Fayette County Council. The sum total of what I'd like to speak to you tonight about is this thing that you've got laying in front of you. Deals with some land that we have, a unique business opportunity for Connersville, Fayette County, and surrounding counties. The Economic Development Group is now taking applications for qualifying businesses that may want to expand their current size or establish a new location in Fayette County. And we will consider any business, any and all businesses, large or small. EDG will gift 2.68 acres of land to the most qualified business plus possible financial assistance. The land to be given away is in the Airport Industrial Park at County Road 450 North and State Road 1. And it's not part of the 58 acres across from Gordon Estates. The winning business entry will be judged on initial capital investment and short-term, long-term job creation. Businesses that are interested should contact EDG at 765-827-1366 to submit a business plan outlining the following: business history, financial history, and future business goals and strategy, long and short-term capital investment plan, long and short-term job creation plan. We're looking for a business with real staying power and long-term potential growth. There are other conditions and terms that will apply to the winning applicant, and those conditions and terms will be outlined as EDG meets with the businesses that apply. We would like to name a winning business before the year's end with the expectation of groundbreaking / construction start before April of 2020. So we are getting the word out to the public. The Chamber's going to put the same listing, and then you see the property is going to be both. She's going to condense what I just read to you and then put the picture of the actual property in her newsletter that's coming out in just 2 or 3 days. So between this council, the commissioner meeting, and the Board of Works, and City Council, I'm going to try to get as much exposure on Channel 3, and then with each of your business contacts and the people that you rub shoulders with, let them know that this property is available for a legitimate business opportunity. Any questions for me regarding this or anything else dealing with economic development in Connersville, Fayette County? 1001, 1002. Time's up. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Dale? You're up, Dale.
Are you to your resolutions? Okay. Good evening. The commissioners unanimously recommended at today's meeting to forward 2 resolutions for your consideration. Both involve the acquisition of pieces of real estate. And all we're asking you to do is to allow us to seek appraisals for a couple of pieces of property. And I've been able to describe what we were doing basically with everyone except John. Couldn't get up with John. But it involves a potential project out on County Road 565 West where we actually need to move the road bed about 75 or 80 feet to get out of a hillside slide out there that the road just won't stay fixed otherwise. That involves 2 property owners, and both of whom are amenable to going through the appraisal process with us. So all that would do basically would just tell us how much we could legally offer them for a strip of ground. The other is for a lot at 305 South Central that the county may need sometime in the future for a future project. And there again, there is no really what I would call a deal going or anything, but we don't know how much we could even offer for that piece of property without first having appraisals made. So the commissioners are unanimous in support of this, and we can't move forward with appraisals until or unless you approve the resolutions requesting, allowing us to go ahead and do this. So that's why I'm here for this tonight. If anyone has any questions, I'll try to address them.
What is that 305 right now?
That's a corner lot at 3rd and Central.
Oh, 30.
Actually, that's the only part of that block that the county doesn't already own.
Okay, I know what you're talking
Obviously, it would make sense to,
about.
if we could own that, to do so. So both of them make perfectly good sense for them to accomplish what they need to accomplish, or potentially what they may want to accomplish in the future.
We're trying to look 10, 15, 20 years down the road, basically is what we're trying to do. So if you could tell me, we can find out fairly easily what that corner would be worth today. I can't project what it would be worth 20 years from now. So if the opportunity arises within the foreseeable future, that something could be done to acquire it, then fine. Now would be the time to do it. So, this is just a beginning point.
So we have 2 resolutions to consider, resolution number 19-R-8 and 19-R-9, which both deal with the 2 properties that Dale just discussed. So we would need a motion either in favor or against these resolutions.
I'll make a motion to approve both resolutions to do the appraisal.
Okay?
Second.
We have a motion to approve in a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution 19-R-8 and 19-R-9, please do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Send these down for your signatures as well. Okay, next up, public library.
Okay. I should have picked up a copy of your agenda. Okay, I'm back. This time I'm not back as a commissioner, I'm here as president of the library board. I'm here with Mary Alice Dever, the board treasurer, and we have a project pending at the library, and we need an additional appropriation of funds. Now, that doesn't directly involve you, but by State Board of Accounts rules, anytime the library has to do an additional appropriation, we have to, by law, get your blessing on it. We have a remodeling project scheduled for the interior of the building. And Mary Alice could speak better to that than I can. Do you want to speak to that, Mary Alice? Okay. Well, the carpet in the building is original to the building, 1980 vintage carpet, and the ladies up there, including Mary Alice, wanted new carpet for a while. So it'd be new carpeting, some new furniture, and everything in the inside the building will have to be moved. So just moving the bookshelves and all that stuff is going to cost in the neighborhood of $74,000 just to get all that done, to get that done, plus the cost of the carpet and everything. So the total sum of the project is $168,979.33. We didn't budget for this year because we didn't know when our budget was set how much this was going to cost. So, and we really wasn't sure that the project would move forward fast enough for it to be done this year. So it wasn't in the 2019 budget. Our 2020 budget is already set, and we have the money in our rainy day fund to pay for it, but we have to acquisition it through an additional appropriation. So that's the reason we're here, to ask your permission to spend the library's money for this renovation project.
You're just asking for permission to spend the money that you already have.
Right. Yeah. This is library's money. It's not county's money, I assure you.
So,
It's their money.
motion to approve or disapprove?
I'll make a motion to approve the request.
I second.
Sorry, I got my,
Always hacking it along.
it's my Tuesday night activity.
We have a motion to approve the additional appropriation request for the library in the amount of $168,979. We have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. We will send this down for signatures.
Anything else, Dale, tonight? You're on a roll here.
I still have notes in my pocket, but that's for other people.
Council, just make sure you sign on the appropriate line. There's two.
On behalf of everybody on the library board and the library staff, I want to thank you all for this. And please come to the library and check us out. See how it looks when we get done.
Do you have to
When we get
close it?
finished.
Dale, will they close it while you're doing all
Yes, we will have to close
for a while?
for a short period. We don't know how much It could be 3 or 4 days, depending on how we schedule things. But there's an awful lot of stuff in that building that has to be moved out of the way. And it's a much bigger project than I first envisioned it.
Do you know when you're gonna close yet?
No, we haven't set an exact date yet. But one of the key to getting the whole thing started is getting the money where we can actually spend it. So you've taken care of that for us tonight. So now we can tell our contractors that we have the money.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody here from the health department? Do we need them here? Do we need them? We have an additional appropriation request from the health department for vaccines in the amount of $40,000.
I make a motion to go ahead and approve the $40,000 to purchase additional vaccines because it's just insurance money being paid back and they're recycling their money. So it's no additional cost.
Second?
Second.
And a second. Motion to approve has been seconded for the health department's request for additional appropriation amount of $40,000. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Next is Bill. We'll just do that one time. He's looking at additional appropriation for the Cume Bridge repair of Connersville Township structures number 67, number 9, number 37, and number 91. And it's $10,000 for each one.
Yeah, these are 4 projects we've got going on. The one on for structure 91 and 37, those are the ones we had to close back 1st August. And right now, we got them back open, well, within about 3 weeks. We was able to do a patch, and but now we're gonna replace them permanently. And my contractor will be out there in probably 2 to 3 weeks to do those. So this is just money I need to do. I've already got the cans in and everything. We paid for, I haven't paid for the cans yet, but I've paid for the metal plates that we put over to get them open temporarily. So that's what those two, 10,000, pay for the cans, and the contractor, pay the contractor to do it, you know, all the expenses. And then the structure 67 is down on South Gray Road, County Road 150. Contractor started that yesterday or this morning, and it's been an ongoing problem for a few years. And then this is to pay him. I've already paid for the 6-foot diameter can that's going in there, but this is for the basically for the labor and any other expenses, gravel and whatever else we need in there. And then what's there, there's 2 4-foot cans that were put in, one 4 years ago, one 7 years ago. He's going to salvage those, and I'm going to take one of those out on structure 9 out on County Road 75 north and replace a box or a concrete arch, which should have been replaced 2 or 3 years ago. So in that one, I'll only have basically labor, because we'll have one of the cans, if he can salvage them. He thinks he can salvage both of them, then we'll have an extra one for somewhere else. So these are just all projects that need to be done, and just to pay for the labor and the cost of it.
Okay.
Make a motion that we approve the additional appropriations for the structure 67, 9, 37, and 91, amount of $10,000 each.
Second.
We have a motion to approve the additional appropriation of $10,000 for bridges 67, 9, 37, and 91, amount of $10,000. We have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
And then Mary.
Hello,
How you doing?
everyone. I got a couple of requests for, first off is transfer request from budget line of our autopsy panel to the transportation line. Basically, what we're seeing is we're requiring more transportations to the morgue because families aren't readily saying, okay, I want to go to this funeral home, or if we have to have an autopsy, they have to be transferred. So unfortunately, that money is needed for more in the transportation than for the autopsy panel itself. The autopsy panel, of course, is just the toxicology as opposed to the full autopsy.
Okay.
Second request is for another transfer, money from the meeting expense of $450 into the coroner assist claim. Again, where the meeting expense, we haven't had any meetings because everybody's been just too busy with their own personal jobs full-time to get together, basically, is what that is. But they've also requesting more money to go to these cases. So if they want to be on call, I asked them to be on call. They want,
Hang on a second. We only have one transfer request from you.
you should have all of them. I have like 4 or 5.
No, I've got 2. I've got 1 transfer request and 1 additional appropriation request.
Oh, well, they were all together. So we're going to come back with the other ones? That's the one. Autopsy panel.
The two we have were dated August 24th.
Additional. That's the only 2 that you have?
Okay, hold on. Is this the additional that was advertised? Yes. Yeah, I've got this. Hold on a second.
Okay.
These don't require council approval.
Ah,
So these have
that's
alre-
why.
Yeah, these have already been done. I'm sorry.
I'm
Because I
sorry.
was thinking, surely I've got these. Yes, these 3 you don't
Just
have to
a
have.
cross, okay.
Yes.
I apologize.
If it
Please
goes
forgive
from a
me.
3 to a 3 or a 2 to a 2.
Right.
So these would be already done in our office. So yeah, all you need to present tonight is that. And
I apologize. Forgive me.
No problem.
No,
Okay,
you're
thank
fine.
you. Thank you.
Just want to make sure we didn't miss something.
All I can
Awesome.
say, that makes me feel better.
Sorry about that. Okay, awesome.
So additional appropriation and transfer request.
The additional appropriation, yes.
Okay.
And that is for autopsies, requesting $15,000 more for that. Currently, we have 558, and of course, it's about a little over 1,600 per case, depending if we don't have any extra, like slides for a child or something to that effect. But currently, it says on here 2, but we've done 4 since then, so we actually over 6 currently.
Okay. Council, I need a motion for the transfer request and an additional appropriation request.
I'll make a motion to approve the appropriation request. What was the amount?
$15,000.
$15,000 and the transfer, the $1,500.
Yes.
I'll second.
A motion to approve the transfer request, the amount of $1,500, and the additional appropriation for $15,000. And it's been seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Thank you.
Is there any patron concerns? If not, motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second the motion.
The motion to adjourn, and second, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Meeting is adjourned.